would like you to be our little elf.
Like to actually be an elf at the party?
No.
Oh,
Like
like
he's
help
going
us
to help
plan it.
us.
Oh. One other thing, dress code. The gays are all about the dress code. It's winter wonderland glam. I'm envisioning like whites,
Blues,
and
grays.
blues and grays.
We're actually winter wonderland glam
Except
right now.
for black, but that's what I'm kind of picturing.
How do you feel the wind?
I don't know, it feels nice.
He's planning a wedding, so you're doing like a 3-day wedding.
Maybe, yeah. If you were to ask me 4 years ago in my early 30s, I would have been like, no, I'm not ready, I'm party boy, let's go to the music festival. Now I'm like, in my mid-30s. Get married in August, buy a house, adopt
Yes.
from India or somewhere else.
My gosh.
I think I'm an adult now. I think I'm ready for like wearing those little cute things where you put the baby in the thing and you wear it on your shoulder.
Hey everyone, it's Anthony Allen Ramos. Okay, so it has been quite a season for Amrit on Bravo's Family Karma. He moved out of his parents' house in with his boyfriend. He started a new business. He came out to his elderly, very traditional Indian grandmother, and now he's engaged. And I'm so excited to be talking to Amrit ahead of tonight's season finale, which is at 9 o'clock on Bravo. Amrit, good to see you. How are you?
Anthony, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Okay. Well, that clip that we just saw, I gotta say it. You said it right there. You said we're gonna get married in August, and it is now what, July 28th? What's happening?
We're still working. There's a lot to be done. There's so much to do with wedding planning, as you can imagine. But it's just, we have a checklist and we just got to check one thing off, one at a time.
Is August still what we're thinking, or are we figuring that out still?
We're still figuring it out. We need to, figure out where we want to do it. So we need to pick a city first, and then we got to see what venues are available. So we might have to push it a little bit just because things have been so hectic and busy for both of us. But it's coming sooner rather than later.
No, but seriously, congratulations. It was so great to see the proposal, featured this season. I guess, how excited are you that you can finally, start talking about it and, kind of just share that moment with everyone?
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I mean, I am very excited. I think Nicholas is even more excited. One, because he's finally able to wear his ring. I was like, babe, you can't wear your ring because we got to keep it kind of hush-hush until the episode airs. So now it's out there. America knows. We can talk about it openly. We can wear our rings, and we can finally start, talking about the wedding. How is it going to look? How's it going to happen? What is it going to look like? So it's all very exciting.
It was also, a really nice moment because, we have seen, luckily, your family be so supportive of you. I know that wasn't the case in the beginning with Nicholas, but then we did get to see that phone call. How are things, with Nicholas's parents now? Has there been some sort of progression, hopefully?
There has. This summer I've been to 2 weddings, and I've met his extended family on both his mom's side and his dad's side. So they're certainly making progress. The next big hurdle for us is going to be, will they attend the wedding? Because it's a real legitimate concern. They've accepted it, but I don't necessarily think, they've maybe not embraced it, and they're still trying to work towards that end goal. So it's a lot on our minds. Will they be at the wedding? How much are they going to support us? But I guess we'll just have to take it one day at a time. They keep saying we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And I think he had a pretty recent phone call with them, and he said, listen, we're almost at that bridge. We're pretty much right about there. So the conversations it's going to have to happen. We'll just see how that goes.
Well, it's great, progress. I wish, I hope it all goes well in the way you wanted to, but, got to think back to, with your family this season. Obviously, we know that your mom and your dad have been so wonderful, supportive, since you did come out to them. But, the last family member for you really was your grandmother, Nani.
So Nani, I love you very much.
You love me?
I love you very much. But Nani, there's one thing I have to tell you about me. I'm different.
About you?
I'm different. No,
I
Samriti, are you understanding?
No, क्या बोल दो
नहीं भूत तो के कुछ बुदाए पियो.
Oh, okay, you tell me.
I'm different. I'm different than Rohit. I'm different than Pavan. Because Minji Dost, remember Minji Dost, Nicholas? Minji friend Nicholas is Minji Pyar.
Friend.
Is Minji Pyar.
We did get to see that, and it was a real moment. And I think Andy Cohen said that he thought it was one of, if not like the most heartfelt, emotional, moments in the history of Bravo. What was your reaction to seeing, Andy so, affected and so touched by that moment?
Oh, I was blown away. I mean, Anthony, I knew it was going to be a tough moment to watch, but I had no idea that it would cause this much buzz. In a good way, in a positive way, because I think it's important for viewers in America to see that, when you're LGBT and you initially come out, it's not like after that it's all rainbows and butterflies. It's not. It continues to be a struggle that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. You're gonna have to come out more than once in life, whether it's to family members or to your work or to new friends. It's just a constant process. So I was blown away by the reaction though, and I've gotten so much support. I feel like I have this big America is my family now. I've gotten so many messages, so many virtual hugs. It's all been so incredible and moving.
It's amazing. And it was something that just felt so real and so special. How are things with Nani now? I know basically she, originally her words were, she wasn't happy about it, but then she said, you know what, if you're happy, I'm happy. And then we got to see that great scene, I think in the following episode with Nicholas, the first time getting to hang out with her. How are things now? Has she continued to be, that kind of supportive, grandmother?
Yeah, she has. I mean, the thing is, she's seen so much in her lifetime. She's seen so much pain and so much struggle that like this was just another sort of accomplishment for her to get over. Like just to show her how genuine she is, how kind her nature is. I mean, she's a very spiritual woman as well. And I feel like, the Hindu religion and spirituality, it really emphasizes embracing everyone, regardless of their differences. It's a very accepting religion and culture. So she's been that, incredible pillar of support and strength that she's always been.
So Nani will be coming to the wedding.
That's the plan. I hope so. I know she's 94, so you never know, but hopefully that's the plan.
Awesome. So, thinking about your parents, I feel like they've been already planning this moment, waiting for it. It was so great to see your mom really keep that secret and to see Nicholas come and ask her, like, what do I have to do to get him to ask and to propose? And then she was like, I don't know, I don't know if he's ready. What was it like to go back and to see basically what they were saying and all the great stuff they were saying and, and hoping for you when you weren't there?
It's really, I mean, touching, Anthony, because, I see the interaction with my mom and him, and that just makes me feel so confident. Like this is, he's the one for sure. The fact that he's able to have such an honest conversation with my mom, the fact that he's able to sort of lean on my mom as his own, it's incredible. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
What is the message that you think this show, specifically with, this representation, seeing your story, seeing someone who's Indian, who's part of the community, seeing more traditional people be accepting, what is the message that you hope that, whether it's other Indian families or other people just from any background see when they see your story?
I think the message, it's obviously a positive one. It's a message of you are able to achieve anything you want in life. And it doesn't matter if you're gay, you could still have that life that you've dreamed about. I just don't want people to think, especially when they're struggling to come out, if you're in the process, if you've already come out, if you haven't come out yet, whatever it may be, just make sure you're moving forward and make sure you still have that dream of life in the back of your head, because you can have it all. It's all attainable. It might look different. It might not look like, like when you were growing up, but it'll still be beautiful.
Oh, I love that. And, thinking we spoke at the beginning of the season, now, thinking through all of these episodes, all of these moments, the coming out to your grandmother, getting engaged, so many things. What have been the messages of, fans and just different people that have seen these episodes? What are some of the things that people have said to you, whether it's, on social media or otherwise?
Oh man, I have gotten so many messages on Instagram, on Facebook. I've gotten emails. I've gotten people actually calling my workplace just to tell me, how supportive they are and how touching the conversation was with my nanny, and then just how much it's helped them. I've had people that have told me they've come out after they've watched these episodes. And that is honestly that is one of the main reasons I wanted to do Family Karma, was just to have people relate to me. And to make someone's life, even if I made one person's life easier, then I consider it a success.
It's so great. And hearing that, and that's why we know at GLAAD, seeing these stories in media are so important, because the potential for impact and to change hearts and minds and for people to feel represented and seen is so great. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
we're so happy you shared that story. And this season, you had Dylan there also with you, also of the community. What was it like to kind of get to share, this whole experience with him? Because I know in the beginning it was a little rocky with everything, but then it got, it smoothed itself out.
It did. It was kind of a roller coaster. It's nice to see two gay Indian men that are also very different, not putting aside our age difference, just our personalities are very different. We're just two very different gay men, but we're still gay. So I think it just shows people that you don't have to fit in boxes, just because you're gay doesn't mean you have to fit in a certain type of box. You can wear whatever clothes you like to wear, you have whatever personality you like to have. You don't have to be in these cookie cutter boxes. And I think people get a really good idea. I get a sense of that when they see Dylan and I as, two gay Indian men. And hopefully people relate to him. Hopefully people relate to me. It's all about people relating to us.
Absolutely. I think that's so important. It was so funny because when I was watching that clip that we just rolled in from the finale, I was like, because you and Vishal together, I was like, if people didn't know better, they would think the two of you were the ones getting married and and talking about, throwing this party. But I do want to talk about that because you have a business now together. I believe it's underwear, right? Which I did see.
Yes.
I definitely appreciated him modeling those in the episode.
Yes, we do have a business. We are business partners under a dance party. It's been very, very hectic, but we're both so thrilled. We're so excited to be doing this together. And so far it's been great.
Awesome. So but the idea is the underwear is actually like, what does it, it's like, does it enhance? I don't want to get it wrong. What is it actually? What's the trick to it?
So the cuts are just amazing. The way they're cut, depending on what cut you get, you have trunks and they kind of accentuate your butt cheeks.
Okay.
The colors pop, they're vibrant, the material is great. We wanted to put something exciting in your underwear drawer. Sometimes wearing underwear, it's like a daily routine. It could be a little bit monotonous, but it doesn't have to be, it could be fun. And as a gay man, and we love underwear for sure. Yeah. But also for women, why should women have to wear lingerie, but men don't wear sexy underwear? Like, you should wear sexy underwear for your lady friend, right? So it hopefully it appeals to everyone, all men across the board, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, it doesn't matter. We accept diversity, we embrace diversity, and we just want everyone to feel comfortable and sexy and confident.
Well, we all need underwear, so I love that. But the other part of it that I think that I love so much about the show, obviously getting to see you and your fiance, but what I also think an important message that it sends out is that, the two of you and Vishal, best friends for a very long time. He's straight, you're gay. It's never an issue. The two of you are still like besties. I think that's a really important thing to take away. I mean, because I think some people still think that, only gay people are friends with each other and only straight people are, it's like, which not it.
That's what's beautiful about my friendship with Vishal. It was because we've been friends for so long. I mean, we met when we were 8 years old. So that's like 30 years ago, probably more. But the beautiful thing is that it doesn't matter. Like when I came out to him, it didn't faze him at all. And that made it so much easier for me. You're always kind of concerned, like, what will my friends think? Will they want to be friends with me anymore? But it was never like that with him. It didn't affect our friendship. It didn't change our friendship. And that's what I love about him. He's just such a genuine guy. He's got a heart of gold. And I mean, as you saw early in the season, if anyone messes with him, you're going to have to deal with me. I will be even more of a mama bear than his mama.
Yeah, because that was an interesting situation for you to be put in because, at the beginning of the season with the confrontation with him and Dylan, like, you were kind of like, well, that's my guy. And, and then he's saying, well, you should have my back because you're gay. And you're like, well, there's more to it than just that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want anything to jeopardize my friendship with Vishal. I think, like you said, it's really amazing that friendships can still exist regardless of sexuality. And the thing I want is for him to think, wow, someone's calling me gay, maybe I shouldn't be hanging out with Amrit. If that were to happen, I would be devastated. And that's why, I think that's why I was so upset by what I was seeing.
Right. Well, I'm glad that it's all come around, and now you all are making underwear together. I love that.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think a small, modest Indian wedding is a thing, as far as I know. So I would imagine that this is going to be a multiple day extravaganza. What's the vibe? Is that correct?
I think you're right. It's going to be multiple days. I haven't really thought through all of it. And I'm going to have to get Nicholas's feedback and input and also talk to my parents. But I'm sort of envisioning like a first day welcome dinner, sort of so guests can meet each other and mingle. The second day we'll do sort of, there's what's called the mehndi, which traditionally in Indian weddings, it's when the bride wears henna on her arms. And I think people, we saw it in season 1 with Rich. But for me, I want that, since we don't have a bride in our wedding, I want our moms to be the focal point. My mom, Nicholas's mom, I want them to be the guests of honor at this mehndi and throw them some big lavish party. We'll probably do like what's called a Sangeet, which is where it's basically like a big dance party. We'll definitely do an underwear dance party.
Yeah.
The events. And then, yeah, we got to talk about the ceremony. Do we want to do a traditional, he's Protestant, so do we do like a church ceremony? Do we want to do the Hindu ceremony? Can we find a priest, who will do a gay wedding? That's a lot that we have to figure out.
Well, I'm sure with all of the help from your families, especially yours, your giant family, you'll get it all together. Thinking about that, Bravo, historically loves a wedding spin-off special. So I'm just saying, I could see it. Amrit-Nicholas, say I do.
You and me both, Anthony. You and me both. Let's hopefully we'll see what happens.
Yeah, thinking about your relationship and your family, so much of this, thankfully it has been couched on camera, so you're gonna have it to go back and watch, forever. Are you thinking that the wedding is gonna be, captured for the show or in some capacity, or you're not sure yet?
We're not sure. We're hopeful. We haven't heard anything, obviously, about any subsequent seasons, but we're hopeful. We're optimistic. We're positive, and hopefully we can make this a TV wedding that everyone can celebrate with us. Like you said, people have seen our stories, and I would love to continue to share our story with the world.
Well, keeping fingers crossed for you to get the wedding all sorted, and hopefully that we get to see it. Thinking back of your appearance on Watch What Happens Live, I'm curious, because you and Garcelle were so great together. Now that you've been on Bravo for 2 seasons, I'm curious, what other Bravo celebrities have you become friends with?
So I was fortunate enough to meet a lot of the cast members on Summer House in New York, which was really cool because they're all such sweethearts. I have a little crush on Paige. Beautiful. There's been a lot more interaction with some of the Shaws. Gigi, Reza, MJ, they've been so supportive. All of them reached out to me, Nima, when the episode aired with my nanny, and that was really touching that they reached out with such kind words. Because Persian, Indian, there's some similarities, there's a lot of overlap. So slowly, family karma, hopefully we're making our mark, in the Bravo world, and we've just been so supported by all of our fans, and we love them dearly.
I love that. Yeah, the Bravo celebrity universe is a great one to be in. I'm curious, do you have a favorite Real Housewife by any chance?
I have to say Kathy Hilton because she's amazing. Garcelle is just going to be so special for me because of Watch What Happens Live. But after her, I think Kathy Hilton makes me laugh.
Kathy Hilton is the gem that we never expected. It's just every episode is so great.
Yes.
I was just thinking, we know that Real Housewives of Miami is coming back on Peacock. With your show obviously being in Miami, I'm curious which female, or actually, which any of cast member from your show do you think would be the best Real Housewife of Miami?
Oh, this is a no-brainer. It's gonna be Bali. She has what it takes. She has the look. She has the sass. She has the wit. She has everything. I could totally see her being a housewife.
Well, maybe there can be a crossover moment. The Real Housewives of Miami, Family Karma.
Yes.
We would be here for that too.
Yes.
But okay, so as we wrap up, the finale is tonight. Obviously, we saw you kind of getting in planning mode for the wedding. What else are we going to see on the big finale that is tonight?
You're gonna see, more of Vishal's story playing out. You're gonna see what he's gonna be doing to, salvage his relationship, because it's tough. It's tough to see them, especially given that I introduced them to each other. I'm very close to Rich. I'm very close to Vishal. So you're gonna see that. You're gonna see a very fabulous holiday party with some gorgeous outfits. Winter Wonderland glam was the theme. And then you're just going to see, more of the dynamic with the moms, which is so fun to watch. It's so endearing just to see how they're processing through the struggles that we're processing through every day.
All right. Well, I can't believe it's the finale already, but so happy for you. Congratulations on the engagement. Good luck planning the wedding. Good luck with the underwear business. I'm going to have to get some of those for sure.
Yes.
And yeah, I will keep our fingers crossed for next season, for that wedding special, all of it. But just a reminder, everyone, that the season finale of Family Karma airs tonight at 9 o'clock on Bravo.
Awesome. Thanks, Anthony. And thank you to GLAAD for everything you do for our community.
Oh, thank you so much. Great to see you.